When you're booking your trip, you need to pick a hotel that's centrally located, or a hostel, if that's more your speed. Guys, I'm on day 2 of posting a random travel tip every day, and I feel strongly about this one. You may be thinking, of course, look, I've looked at hotels in the city center, and they're really expensive. Can't I stay somewhere further out? No. Let me explain to you why. If you're like me on a trip, you have limited time. Your time is valuable. So if you have to commute into the cool part of town and then back from the cool part of town, it just wastes time. It's no fun. It's not what you want to do on your trip. Anyways, if you're doing that commuting, you're going to miss out on the early mornings and the later evening times, which are frankly some of the best times to be in a cool neighborhood. And you don't want to miss out on that. So do yourself a favor and just pick a place that's centrally located in a neighborhood you want to be. Now, this begs the question, what neighborhood should I stay in? Of course, it's kind of difficult to give generic advice that applies to everywhere, but this is how I think of it. So if you're in like a small town up to like maybe a medium-sized city, there's usually a right answer or a logical answer at least. If there's an old town, a historic core or something like that, there's a place you want to stay. Or maybe a waterfront, a beach. You can figure it out. So a good example of this would be like Florence, Italy. There's one historic center, and if you stay there, most of the stuff you want to see is walkable. It's great. Now, when it comes to a large city, there's not usually a right answer. Sometimes there's a few good answers. It just sort of depends. In this situation, I think your best bet is to find a place that's relatively central and maybe do a little bit of research to figure out what kind of neighborhood has your style. I think about when I visited Tokyo. There's so many interesting places to stay there, and I ended up staying in Shinjuku, which is sort of like the very hype, nightlife-y area of town, which was cool. It was nice to be able to be out, walking around, drinking late night, having fun, and then get back to my hotel without any problems. But it wasn't the most charming neighborhood, so there's other neighborhoods. If you want charm, stay somewhere else. But as long as you're within kind of the central area, you can get to the other areas. So yeah, centrally located hotel. It's worth it, trust me.